Hey guys, Marsinger here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking on the Red Zone Broly with the AGL Zamasu EZA. I feel like this is going to be some straight up bullying, which is just kind of what I want to see, right? I love seeing this AGL Zamasu just absolutely pop off. Broly is one of the stages that, whilst not obviously being super long, will give Zamasu a chance to actually get a bit built up. I was thinking about doing a video of Zamasu versus the Metal Cooler Core, so let me know down below in the comment section if that is a run that you would like to see, and we can potentially do that tomorrow. But that one will be interesting because if he's on the second turn, then it means he gets one turn against the Metal Cooler Army, and then you go into the turn against the Metal Cooler Core, he transforms, but he's not really had any stacks. Obviously, he's going to have the 50% damage reduction. It definitely would be interesting to see how good he would be in that event, but it's definitely not one of the places that you would take him to see him absolutely go off and be at his best, right? So that's why I wanted to bring him into this event, to see how we could get on. Obviously, when it comes to the AoE phase, I'm expecting him to be very, very useful for the team, because obviously he's going to have the type advantage as well as having the damage reduction. So depending on the rotation that we actually get when we get to the AoE phase, it actually would be very possible for us to just breeze through without having to use an item at all. Considering we have both the Zamasus on rotation here, and the friend one is taking all these hits to get built up, if we get lucky enough with the additionals from not just them but also Piccolo Jr. in the middle, we could just finish off Broly on this turn. Because obviously one of the big things with any of these longer events against the tougher bosses is a lot of people, I've said this in a previous video, but a lot of people act like Tech LR Zamasu is basically invincible, but once you get towards the end of these tougher events and he's dropped his full like intro damage reduction, so he's only got 40% at the start of the turn, he can get caught by some of these big super attacks. But I mean, depending how quickly we get to the AoE phase, will obviously then determine how successful that is going to be. So I do want to get you guys built up a bit more as well, but I mean, no one else is going to get a chance to attack on this turn, are they? Because AGL Zamasu is going to get things finished off here. So linked up with the LR, he has every link active except for Godly Power and Fused Fighter, which gives him basically 300k defense already on his first turn as the Fusion Zamasu. Bearing in mind he also has 50% damage reduction as well. So definitely very, very impressive unit right out of the gate. I mean, it's a bit of a shame we didn't finish off Broly in the previous turn, because I would have quite liked to see this man up against the tech phase, but we'll see how we get on here. I mean, I guess if we want to get to Broly with the other Zamasu having as much damage reduction as possible, we would have to one turn this phase of Broly, which I think is pretty unlikely. The androids can be kind of fun on Zamasu's team against these kind of events, where obviously for Broly the last two phases are Ki Blast super attacks, so like the AoE will do nothing to the androids, and then of course Broly can super attack twice in his final phase and it will do nothing to the androids, right? So definitely very useful as long as we get them past these first two phases without taking too much damage. I mean, we picked up a decent amount of... Oh, wow, okay. Picked up a decent amount of tech orbs. I was going to say, if we go off here, we could one-turn Broly. So, yeah, Fusion Zamasu was like, yeah, hold my beer. Double super with the crits. And then Piccolo Jr., I mean, he's only going to need this one super, right? 7.2 million attack. So, GG. See you later. Right, now we're on the AoE. So this is the other Zamasu. Wait, which is this turn? No, wait, this is turn 5. So yeah, this is the other Zamasu. He was on turn 2, so we had to float him off, right? So he still has his damage reduction, because both the Zamasus were on turn 2, yeah. So he gets from his thing the extra 20% for 4 turns. So it'll be turn 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So for this rotation at least, he is going to have it. The Rose, these two maybe would be a little bit of a liability here. What is their defense currently? 285k. Yeah, see, if they get supered immediately, we would actually take quite a lot of damage. So as much as I don't want to float off the tech Zamasu, I think we need to do this, right? Because then as long as he doesn't immediately super in slot 1, they get a bunch of extra defense, not just from getting hit, but also from their super attack as well. So then that makes it way more likely that they're going to survive the super attack here. Plus we get a whole full suite of, I think, has he got all of his links? I should have double checked, but AGL Zamasu has most of his links active on this rotation as well. So they take still 376, but then yeah, both of these guys take double digit damage. And because AGL Zamasu got AoE'd, he is now going to get his guaranteed additional attack. Which obviously that's one of the big benefits of putting him in slot 1, is if he gets attacked first, he then gets a guaranteed extra attack when he takes his turn. So in any of these events like this where you take an AoE, whether it's from BROLY doing a super, or if it's from Sin or Omega doing like AoE normals, that's then obviously going to trigger that part of his passive, so he gets that extra super attack. Unfortunate that we didn't get the hidden potential one as well, because obviously as much build up as we can get with him would be nice. And we're now going to get the giant form. Actually, this should lead us quite nicely into... although actually, no. Yeah, both the Zamasus were on turn 2. So it'd have to be turn 7 to get the domain, right? Which is turn 6. Yeah, because this freezes the counter on turn 6. Which is actually kind of unfortunate. Because I was going to say, we'd be able to go into the final BROLY phase and use the domain, like, straight away. Which would be kind of cool. Even though it doesn't affect him because he's an extreme unit, obviously it is buffing our team. So I deliberately missing the supers here, because if we can finish out the Piccolo Jr. transformation while still in this phase, that would be quite beneficial. Plus he's done a super now, so it means if we do manage to get back to the normal rotation while we're still in this phase, he can't super me, because that would be the worst thing, right? Trying to deliberately, you know, not use the giant form to finish him off, go back to the normal rotation, and then he AoEs in slot 1. But fortunately the giant form basically completely cancels that out from happening. The only problem is I need to make sure, yeah, there we go, I'm only getting enough key for normals here. Kind of stalling a little bit, but just because, I mean, Piccolo Jr. is super good on this team, and don't get me wrong, like, if we're just going for a win, like if you've never beaten the event before and you just want to beat it with Zamasu's team, then, you know, we'd have just gone full send with the giant form and potentially gotten the kill, which we may do now because he's actually getting an additional super, and then yeah, see how the next turn plays out. But I did want to try and get us to the point where we can just go straight into the domain in the last turn, but unfortunately we did get the AoE. Although I suppose actually no, it pauses it on the turn, but then we still go on to the next turn when we change phases, right? Or no? No, it is turn 6, but we can use it anyway. Because wait, am I dumb? I mean, I am. We all know this at this point, but can be activated when HP is 70% or less, starting from the 5th turn from the start of the turn. But he was on turn 2, right? So turn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is literally turn 5. Yeah, I'm just stupid, apparently. I was thinking 2 plus 5 is 7, so turn 7. But technically turn 2 is the first turn of the countdown. So yeah, I'm just dumb. Ignore me. So yeah, let's go ahead and, you know what, let's get the animation in there. Why not? So let's go ahead and domain expansion with Zamasu here. And then, yeah, this is going to mean AGL Zamasu on the next turn is going to absolutely just go off. I probably won't even use the android's active skill if we can, because I do ideally want Zamasu to get hit in slot 1 so that he can get the guaranteed extra attack. But domain activated. Change the orbs. Oh, that was... Okay, good. I was going to say, that was almost really bad, because he needs to get 4 tech orbs in order to buff everybody's defense. So let's do this. Get a nice big old heal here. And then let's grab this. So we've got a ton of these orbs at the bottom here ready for the next rotation. So we should be good here. I think the only way actually this turn does go badly is if he decides to super attack Piccolo Jr. at the end. But if Piccolo Jr. gets enough super attacks off, he actually can tank the super, especially if he gets hit with a normal attack first. Although, wait, no. Actually, is that only in slot 1 he gets that? Slot 3. I never really use him in slot 3. Which, I mean, with this team, obviously, until we get... Once we get the part 2 Goku Black, whether it's base form or Rosé, then I think he's going to be not as much run on this team, because whilst he is good, he kind of really only gets, like, big bad bosses and then, like, fierce battle on this team. So he is one of the best extreme units in the game at the moment, Piccolo Jr. is, but he just kind of doesn't fit super well on this team. Like, he can still perform well with just big bad bosses. I mean, he's doing an 8 million attack stat in the 3rd slot here with no support outside of the domain ability. But as you can see, he didn't get an additional super. So how much does he take from this? Because I don't know if he's going to have enough build up here, to be honest. Let's see. What's our boy doing? Oh, never mind. So I'm sorry, Piccolo Jr. How could I doubt you? 120k. Remember that Broly's super attack hits for over 1 million damage. So we did essentially negate like 1 million damage worth from that, which is pretty good. Do I want to go full send here and just go Corrupted Zamasu? I mean, we could get supered immediately in slot 1, which would be kind of unfortunate. Or I suppose if I transform into Corrupted Zamasu, he doesn't get any benefit from getting hit first, does he? No. So then we'll just do... Let's put the skip on so we don't have to watch the androids one. And then, yeah, take away all the attacks. Then put the animation back on. Transform into Corrupted Zamasu. And now Broly's going to get absolutely destroyed. Because we've got no support unit on the rotation, but we have the domain support. So, yeah, this is going to be... should be pretty good. Obviously, because, again, like, the event is only so long, so it's not like we've had a huge amount of stacking. But, I mean, once we've transformed, his defense is now, after picking up the orbs, 343k with 30% damage reduction. So let's go for, we'll grab this for you because you guys don't really need any extra key, and then we'll get those. I mean, they're not being attacked, so it's not like it really matters, but what is he going to do here? 12.8 million. So not the highest that we've seen, but obviously no support unit in slot 3. I mean, we are at this turn fairly quickly, so, but there's the hidden potential additional 14.3, which means that's now going to trigger his passive because he's now attacked twice in the turn. So now he's going to do another one, 15.8. So, yeah, does he do enough damage, do we think, when you go into Corrupted Zamasu? There's another crit for 9 million. And then in come Rose and Zamasu with a 7.6. I think the tech androids... Oh, there you go. I was going to say, I think the tech androids might not actually be able to carry this home with their damage in the last slot, but... Rose and Zamasu are going to get an additional super with a crit, lining it up perfectly for the androids to actually finish off Broly here. Kind of funny that the whole team is basically Zamasu and Goku Black units. And then, yeah, the tech androids, who were basically just there for the Ghost Usher and potential Ki Blast super nullification, end up getting the W, and we end up finishing on, was it basically full HP, right? So, yeah, there you go. AGL Zamasu running absolutely wild on Broly. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the new Red Zone stages are going to be for the Future Saga 1. Because if we get a stage where the final boss is STR, this guy's just going to... I mean, he's good enough anyway, right? It doesn't really matter. But if we get one where the fight is kind of long and the final boss is STR, this guy will go absolutely crazy. But then with how many good units on this team are tech, like the Zamasu himself, the LR, and the Rose Masu as well. Like if we get a tough boss and then he is AGL at the end, kind of like the Broly scenario, then this team will go absolutely crazy. Because the transforming AGL Zamasu, he doesn't need to have type advantage. He's stacking defense while having 50% damage reduction. So he's going to be very, very good. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on AGL Zamasu now that we've gotten a chance to use him a bit more? Do you want to see him against the Metal Cooler Core? Let me know down below. But yeah, this unit is wild, and I am absolutely loving using him. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.